Hello, all, and welcome to Music Appreciation Online at Olney Central College. My name is Dr. Andrew Pittman. The course is MUS 1101. Welcome. This course is designed to be an asynchronous course, meaning you get to work at your own pace. Most of the due dates for this course will just be at the very end of the semester, so you have all semester work to work on almost everything. However, there are some due dates that are earlier in the semester, and that's just to make sure that you are working somewhat so that you won't be dropped at midterm by administration. Um, Let me also say this. If you're really serious about learning about music history and style and genre, I suggest instead that you take my face-to-face class of this course. So that would be music appreciation face-to-face Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. That class to me is a lot more fun. We go over way more music and watch it on our big 80-inch screen television with surround sound. I think the class is a whole lot more fun. And if you're not a self-starter, I would suggest that as well. But if you're just taking this as a credit and you're pretty good doing stuff online, you'll do just fine. The book you'll need for this course is Listen, 10th edition. You can either get the book with the code or just the code. I don't care which, but you'll need that. You can either get that from our bookstore or you can get that directly from W.W. Norton. You'll obviously need a computer and Canvas. This course is really designed to be used on a laptop or just a standard computer over the Canvas app. I'm not saying that you can't do it on the Canvas app, but the Canvas app, sometimes people get confused about what order to do things. This course is really designed to go module by module. And sometimes when people do it on the app, they get out of sequence. So I'm going to show you how that works here on the screen in just a second. This course is an overview of music history, Western music history from the Middle Ages. So that's circa 500 AD all the way through the late 20th century. And this course goes era by era. So you'll spend a little bit of time with the Middle Ages. You'll spend a little bit of time with the Renaissance. You'll spend a little more time with the Baroque era, more time with the classical era, even more time with the romantic era, and then the most time with the music of the 20th century, which would include some film music and some 20th century pop music. Anyway, so you'll get to see how things unfold, and that music is a mirror or a reflection of society in general. Okay, I'm going to see if I can't share my screen with you. So let's do that now. Yes, here we go. Cool. So this is what the home page looks like. I really suggest that you just click Start Here. Okay. Now, some of this is red tape. Oh, let me move this little icon over so I can use it. Just this is welcome, and there's a little navigation video. It's just put up by our school. I'm sure most of you won't need most of this. There's my biography there. Basically, I'm just hoping you guys will go next, next, next. Please don't just do the discussion boards all the way through or just the quizzes all the way through. The class is designed to go module by module. And so what that means is, for instance, you'll read about the music of the Middle Ages. Then you'll take some study quizzes on the music about the Middle Ages. And then you'll take an actual quiz, written quiz on the music of the Middle Ages and a listening quiz on the music by the Middle Ages, if that makes sense. And so if you just try to do all the discussions, which some students have been doing lately, discussion forums all the way through, you won't know what's going on. So just go module by module. So you click next. It's just teaching you how to use the software. No big deal. And well, hopefully you'll figure it out how to have gotten to my welcome video. Okay, I'm re-recording this. This is an old one from the last edition. So there's a welcome video. It gives you an overview of what's going to happen in each module. Here's a history timeline. This is what we spend the first week on in my face-to-face class. I'm not going to test you on this, but it just gives you an idea of the last 2,000 years in history in general, and you'll see how music plugs into that. Okay, a little video on style versus genre, just so you understand that there actually is a difference between those two. Okay, I'm going to move forward. Make sure that you do this so that you're not dropped at 10-day. This is a self-introduction. Just say, hey, my name is Andrew Pittman. I like to play golf. I used to play trumpet in high school, that type of thing. Or if you have no music experience, just mention that as well. Yeah, there you go. Going to click next. Going to keep going. So, here we go. You'll get to, at the end of this, load register for ebook in a new window. This is the best way to do it. It will have you log into WW Norton online, and then you'll need to use the code from your book or the code that you just bought from the bookstore to be able to get into WW Norton. And yes, you do need that code. There's no other way to do it. I'm sorry, but a lot of the content goes through Canvas and it's integrated into the WW Norton website. And you'll need that to study and actually take quizzes. So there's no way around that, and I apologize for that. But this is the least expensive book on the market, which is one of the reasons that I chose it. You're going to go forward. You're going to go forward. I have a thing here on voice types and how the pipe organ works. This is a really cool video. I hope you definitely do watch it. Again, we might spend more time on that in the face-to-face class. So here's kind of how things are going to work. The first few chapters, I'm not so concerned about. It's just dealing with musical elements. So that's rhythm, meter, tempo, pitch, not expecting you to learn how to read music, just to have some idea of the elements of music before we get into the history. And so here's how this book works. This Load Norton Illuminate ebook, it basically guides you through the chapter, and you can ask, it'll ask you just a few questions to make sure you're paying attention. And then after you do that, then you will load the inquisitive. And the inquisitive, while it's a quiz, you can keep taking it as many times as you want and going back to make sure that you make 100. So I just suggest you do that. Really, that's just helping you study for the quizzes altogether. So I'm going to skip forward here in the modules to give you an idea. Let's see. I don't want you to do this necessarily. You just need to go play by play, but here we go. Going to go into, yeah, into the chapter 7 zone. Here we go. So you go through the chapter 7 Illuminate, that guides you through the chapter. Then you would take the inquisitive, which really just helps you study for the actual quiz. That's all that's doing. Then you're going to take an actual reading quiz of chapter 7. Okay. Then after you would do that, you're going to have an actual listening quiz from chapter 7. Then after you do that, when you get through the Middle Ages and Renaissance period, you're going to have an actual listening exam. And this is what I want to talk to you about. This is from what I call Pittman's playlist, and it comes up a few times here in the pages. And if you actually click on this, it'll tell you what to study for, but it does earlier on in the beginning of the chapter. So at the end of my syllabus, there's actually a playlist. I don't have the syllabus up, but that's okay for now. It just gives you a, hold on, where is it? It just gives you a few things that I want you to memorize by ear. And so here we are. So when you go to the WW Norton digital pages, and you click on playlist, the music for all the chapters is here. So for instance, of the Middle Ages, one of the things I want you to know is this In Paradisum, which is a plain chant. So you would click on that and you'd play it. I don't know if you can hear that or not. We'll see. Anyway, and simply, I just want you to be able to identify that by ear when you take this listening exam later on. And that'll make sense, and that'll become apparent as things go along. The only other thing to know about is the discussion boards. Let's see if I can't come back to that, to the discussion boards. Okay, so people really struggle with this, and I don't quite understand why. So for instance, the Middle Ages discussion board. This is why I want you to do this in sequence and not out of order. If you really read the directions here, it says post a plain chant in Latin from YouTube. You must post a different chant than others have posted, and you must actually embed it. Okay, so here's what I've done here. I have actually embedded, using YouTube, a YouTube link into the thing so that people can play this. I want people, when you go to post, I don't want you to post the same thing that someone else has posted. That's defeating the point, okay? So find something new. So go on YouTube, find something new, and then here's what you might do. You're going to click, let's see, you would click reply on post. Sorry, this is in the way. And if you've never embedded before, this is no big deal. Come over to here where there's a plug. And once you found the piece on YouTube, what you want to do is you go in through here. And again, I'll just repost the same thing that I did. So this is Dies Irae, plain chant. I would have searched for it on your own, but see, it comes up right there, and then you just click embed. I'm not actually going to do it now. Click embed, and there you go. A lot of people keep posting the same things that I've posted. Well, again, that kind of defeats the point. I want you to post something new and something different. But again, don't do it out of order. I hope that's helpful. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, I mean, feel free to send me an email, but everything really should be self-explanatory. It really should be done on a computer. And other than that, all I would say is, like I said, if you're struggling to be a self-starter or you want to listen to a lot of great music, like a whole lot more, and do less busy work online, I suggest you come take the class face-to-face. But this is just kind of how we do. There's no way I can really replicate the face-to-face class online, although I've tried to by having a few listening exams. So listen, I wish you guys luck, and let me stop sharing, and have a great semester. Take care.